Okay, sorry, I was talking in mute. So hey Ramaya, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, Rahul, I can hear you.
Okay, all right. So we missed couple of sessions. I don't know what was happening. There were some technical issues out there. I was sending you invitations. You guys are not getting it. I don't know why. So is it you are getting your invitation in Gmail or your emphasis mail?
I'm getting in my Gmail.
Okay, all right. So I think moving forward, I'm going to send invitation in your both of the emails, and you're going to get maybe in Gmail or whenever you, I mean, wherever you're getting the invitations, please join the call. Okay, no problem. So Ramaya, my first question is, do you have any questions, any concerns for me?
Nothing so far, Rahul.
Okay, so did you get the recordings that I sent over to you?
Yes, I did get.
All right, no problem. So let me share my screen, and by that time, I'm going to go over the documentations today. So it will be a very much interesting thing. All right. So let me know my screen is visible or not.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So initially we covered the requirement part, right? We discussed, like, let me give a quick recap whatever the things we already covered. We covered the requirements, we covered the functional requirements, we covered the non-functional requirements, right? At the same time, we covered business requirements, we covered functional requirement, correct?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So now there, I was expecting some questions. Actually, I left something for you guys, so that you guys can think about it. So there are something left over there. So what is that? That is a major thing over there. That is requirement analysis. Okay. So what is that? What is requirement analysis? So Rama, this is very much important thing as a business analyst. That requirement analysis. So being a client, see, everybody wants to give 100% to their to their money, like they want to put 100% their value of money, right? So they're going to ask you everything. Rahul, can you give me this? Rahul, can you give me this? They're going to give you 100 bucks, and they're going to ask you more than 300 bucks facilities, right? So the thing is, you should know what is the boundaries. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. So there will be certain criterias, or there will be certain scenarios that I am going to discuss now. Okay. So now let's suppose you are my client. Okay. And we are discussing our requirements. And whenever we are discussing our requirements, let me tell you why first we are discussing it over here, because we want to focus on the importance of documentations. So now let's suppose you are my client. Um, we are having requirement gathering sessions. I'm gathering requirement from you. Everything is fine, but I am not maintaining any documentations. Everything is in my memory. I'm trusting my memory, so everything is in there. All of a sudden, one day you ask me, Rahul, I give you this kind of, and based on the requirement, you are providing the budget. And client, you are so happy, you sign the deal, and we are working on it. All of a sudden, one day you tell me, Rahul, remember, you are supposed to deliver that. I mean, let's suppose a single thing I'm supposed to deliver, but I am thinking, okay, based on a memory, it is out of scope. But how to prove that? Do you have any other option to prove that?
So it's like you have that thing, you know that there is a requirement, but you think that
See,
you can't.
this is all about pure sense of money.
Okay.
Like every step is involved, lots of bugs involved over there. Like
Mm-hmm.
if client manage one facilities, or if they manage one feature to be developed free of cost,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it may cost around, it may save $5,000, $5,000. So
Mm-hmm.
$5,000 is not a small amount of money, right?
Yeah.
So they will, I mean, they will be there to grab every sense of it. Like they are sensing, okay, if Rahul is an fresher guy, so I will catch these opportunities. So what you should do is, from the beginning, from the day one, whatever the thing is, you have to document those things in you, maybe in your notebook, maybe in your shared profile, where a shared file will be shared to everyone, maybe with your client too, so that whatever the things is discussing over there, it will be
Mm-hmm.
recorded. Right
Okay.
now, we do have facilities to record. I mean, video call. I mean, whatever the calls we have, it is the facility. We have the facility to record all those things. We
Mm-hmm.
have meeting notes and all, but it is very much important to keep the documentations. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Yes, but it is not at all recommended that don't trust your memories. Don't trust your memory. We are
Mm-hmm.
human beings. If we have to store something, we have to lose something, right? So
Mm-hmm.
maybe one day you may have lost something, but for that your project may get hampered. Okay,
Yeah.
so we are discussing about requirement analysis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like my client is asking, Rahul, can you please bring moon for me? I would say, no, my moon is for my wife, not for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, they will ask you everything, but you should know, okay, I do have my documentations, I can go over that. If you're asking me to develop anything, this is going to be out of scope.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, whatever the things we discussed, this is out of scope, you have
Mm-hmm.
to pay extra for that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Got it.
again, the documentation is playing a huge role over here, right?
Got it.
Again, the thing is, requirement analysis is not that kind of a thing that you have to judge, okay, this is beyond scope or this is within scope. It's nothing
Mm-hmm.
like that. Let's suppose client is sharing you the requirement. The deal is not yet done, but client is asking, Rahul, I need a gun, okay, from where, not gun, okay, I need a vehicle. So
Mm-hmm.
it should have the facility of a helicopter, it should
Mm-hmm.
have a facility of a ship. At the same time, I want to drive it in the road. Okay, theoretically, in the film, it's possible, but practically, it's a quite challenging work, right?
Okay. Rahul, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. So I
Yeah,
have a important document to receive today. So they have come here, and I just have to go and grab it from outside. So
no
just give me
problem. I'm
few
waiting. Yeah, yeah,
minutes.
no problem, no problem, no
So just
problem.
give me few minutes. I'll be back.
Sure, 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 no problem.
Yeah. Thank you, Rahul. Yeah, thank you so much, Rahul. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. All right, let me share my screen
So,
again.
am I the only one today?
It's looking like
Oh, okay.
it's good for you. Yeah, like whenever you have alone, it's better to learn.
Yeah,
And whenever you feel something is there, you can ask me questions.
sure.
All right. So that was something for like requirement analysis. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever we are discussing about requirement gathering, requirement analysis is an integral part of it. Though intentionally I left it for from previous week discussion so that I can cover it up so that I can make the base of the documentation. So yes, documentation is very, very much important. Remember, we do have discussed something about business requirement, right?
Yes.
So what is business requirement? Business requirement is a hardcore problem. Like let's suppose you are my client. You are facing some problem in your business. So you come to us to provide me some solutions, right? So let's
Yes.
suppose I give you multiple times this kind of examples. Like let's suppose your payment is not working. I mean, your payment portal is not working. Maybe your Swift payment is not working. So you have a problem, and you came to and you are approaching us. Am I approaching me to provide me a solution, right? So that problem is the business requirement, and the documentations based on that particular requirement is called BRD, business requirement documentations. Make sense?
Yes, BRD.
Yes. So what kind of things is going to be in the BRD? Though I'm going to share you a sample documentations of BRD, SRS, FRDs, this kind of documents I'm going to share with you so that you can have a practical idea about it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to hide the client name, all the logo, photo and all. It will be a simple page, white page of PDF.
Mm-hmm.
There will be no names, but you will get the content like that.
Okay.
Okay. So what kind of things there will be? There will be like, okay, so why client is thinking like this? Why client needs this kind of a project or this kind of a solution? What is the background of it? This kind of solution or this kind of content we are going to provide in the BRD documents. Make sense?
Okay. Can you come again regarding that? So, in the business analysis, so what are the
Mhm.
requirements laid down by the client that will be inculcated in the BRD? That's what I understand.
Yes,
Right?
yes, yes, you're right. Okay. So that is basically a high level documentations.
Okay.
That is like whenever I mentioned high level documentation, so what do I mean by that? High level in terms of security, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why security? Because high level document is not for everyone. Okay, whenever you're preparing those documentations, this is for management guys, like whoever in the management, maybe your project manager, maybe your client, not for the whole your whole team,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this kind of documentation is a high level documentation, high level requirement.
Okay.
Next, now you are going to break it up in a functional group. So what is functional groups? Now you have to think, okay, to provide this solution,
Mm-hmm.
how my system is going to behave. Make sense?
So I didn't
No.
get that. Yeah.
Yes, of course. This is quite normal. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so now let's suppose I don't know how to cook. That is my problem. And I approaching to you because you know how to cook, at least better than me. So
Mm-hmm.
now you are going to teach me how to cook, right? So
Yes.
you are preparing a documentations like, okay, Rahul don't know how to cook and all that. What is the background? Rahul is expecting some guests, so he needs to learn this kind of things and blah blah blah. Okay, so now what is functional groups? Functional group means you are going to break it out. Okay, so let me plan from where I'm going to start this. Okay,
Okay.
from the day one, I'm not going to teach him like how to cook chicken butter masala or something like that,
Okay.
right? I'm going to first, okay, how to cook rice, how to cook Maggie or something like that, correct?
Yes.
So this is
It,
your plan.
mm-hmm.
From the
This is my
initially,
plan.
you're going to plan from A, B,
Mm-hmm.
C. Next,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to teach Rahul the wordings. Next, Rahul is going to teach like he's going to form some sentences. From
Mm-hmm.
day one, I'm not going to teach him like how to form a sentence, right?
Yes.
So this is your plan. This is your functionally. You are going to behave like this. Make sense?
Makes sense. So the
So you,
first.
Yeah.
First point is after in the requirement analysis, the most important part will be the BRD. Then comes the functional grouping. That means
Yeah.
breaking the plan into chunks. So how
Hmm.
we are going to work it out, right?
Yes. That particular document is called FRD, Functional Requirement Documentations.
Okay, functional requirement documentation. Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that was your functional requirement documentation. Next, the next document is that is purely for your internal team. That is optional for your client. If client wants to involve over there, they want to. If they want to, they can. If they don't want to, usually they are not doing that. But if you have some bad luck, then you may have get this kind of clients who will interfere in every step. Okay, so this
Okay.
is like 5%. If you execute 10 out of 10 projects, out of which one or two per client, you may get this kind of things. So now SRS documentation. SRS is System Requirement Specification. So what is that? This is completely purely for your development, for your
Okay.
developers, so that they can learn, or they should know what is the requirement is all about, right? So what are the technical things that you are going to mention today? Being a non-technical person, it's going to be a very difficult thing, right? Because you have
Yes.
to mention lots of technical information. So how you can do that? Okay, so you have to take help from your technical person, maybe a subject matter expert, maybe a solution architect. They will help you out to prepare this kind of documentations. Make sense? So
Yes.
initially, the three pillars of documentation is, first is BRD, that is business requirement documentation. This is purely business sense, and based on that, you have to create those things, and you are the only solo responsible person for that. Make
For
sense?
PRD.
BRD. And it's a
Yes.
high level documentations. It's
Mhm.
only for the business owners. I mean, only for the management guys.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
next documentation is called FRD.
Yeah.
FRD is going to be driven from the BRD. Okay,
Mhm.
it's going to break down. You're going to break down the BRD into FRD,
Mhm.
and the FRD is for, you can say, the top level. I mean, the managerial technical managers, not
Mhm.
exactly the developers. I mean, low level developers, not for them.
Mhm.
I mean, technical managers,
Mhm.
business managers, and your client, the FRDs. The
Mhm.
last document, that is purely technical document. Of course, you cannot make it. Yeah, how much experience you have doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Even after 13 years, I am not able to make solo if ASR, any kind of ASRS documentation. So yes, you need some help from your senior person. I mean, technical person, not exactly senior person, from
Mhm.
technical person. So they will help you out to prepare. I mean, they are not going to do that. They will help you out. You have to do it by your own, for the documentations of SRS. So this is a life cycle of documentations. Make
Okay.
sense?
Yes. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Though it is not the end. Every step, every day, there will be lots of documentations you have to create. Okay,
Okay.
so we will discuss it whenever it's going to whenever I feel that okay, this is going to I should discuss that. I'm going to discuss those kind of documentations whenever it's required. So
Mhm.
based on the primary thing that you should know, that is the three pillars of documentation. So what is that? BRD, FRD, and SRS. Okay.
SRS. Yeah.
Yes. So this is the whole life cycle of documentations. You should know every documentations one by one. I'm going to share a sample file with you so that so that you can cover all those things by your own. Make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah. Makes sense.
There will be lots of documentations that will be for you only. Okay, like
Mhm.
BAP, that is called Business Analysis Plan. What is that? That is completely your plan. Okay,
Mhm.
nobody's going to ask you to prepare that. Nobody's going to ask like, okay, Rahul, can you please show me your BAP? I mean, this is your plan. Which day you are going to do what, how you are going to tackle your client, everything. Obviously this is advisable that I started today's session on the particularly for with this kind of examples. Like
Mhm.
whenever you are dealing with anything every day, it's kind of you are writing your own biography. Every day you have to write down what are the things that you have done. Everything has to be noted,
Okay. Got it.
because you don't know which information is going to be required where.
Okay, got it.
Okay, let me
Mhm.
tell you today's scenario. Just before this call, just before this particular call, we have a scenario. Okay, we do have a feature. This is a healthcare project. I'm not going to tell the name of my client. So this is a healthcare project we are working on. In that particular scenario, there is an option that okay, that particular application is allowing the patient to add a new patient. Okay,
Okay,
but somehow in 2023 September, a developer closed that particular feature. That feature is not working, and I mean, we don't have any idea. There is no documentations like
mm,
why that developer closed that particular feature.
okay,
So we are facing a huge problem, but the problem is we don't have any documentation. There is no reference that we can refer. So that is a huge problem in terms of documentations, right? But
okay, yes.
on the other hand, we from the log we obviously know who did this, what is the time that particular developer, or what is the date that particular developer did this kind of activities. So we
Mhm.
trace it out, and we are reviewing the meeting, recording meetings with the client. If client shared any of this kind of informations, so it will be helpful for us to trace it out.
Okay, so
So
that
yeah,
means
yeah, yeah.
that you were not able to add a new patient, and when you go
Mm-hmm.
back and see that there is no such option, there used to be an option, but it was closed for you guys, and you
Yeah.
wanted to check whether the client has given any sort of information, like
Information or not, because we don't have any access, or we don't have any traceability, we don't have any reference for that. So we
mhm,
don't have internally, we don't have any documentations. But
mhm.
yes, we do have meeting recordings. So we are going to go through, after this call I'm going to go through every meeting recordings based on that date. I mean, maybe 2 3 weeks earlier I'm going to review every call with the client, and I have to find it out if there is any instruction from the client or not.
Oh, okay, so that
So
is a
this
bit
kind of,
work, right?
yes, of course. So you are here to do this, to do this kind of activities.
Oh, okay. So that means we have to, if there is any such scenario, we have to go through all the recorded calls wherein we have to find out if the client.
Yes, just remember, we do have a feature of call recordings. That is why we can refer that. But the basic thing is we should maintain a minimum of minimum documentations.
Okay.
That is the basic thing. If we had those kind of documentations, I don't need to go through those 8 or 7 recordings. Those recordings is for near about 1 hour, 2 hour, or some 3 hours recordings. I don't need to go through those kind of things, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
it's
Yeah.
going to take my whole day today. So
Mm-hmm.
you can imagine that that is a problem with the documentations. The
Mm-hmm.
documentation is very much important over here. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. So if one more thing when you're explaining this, Rahul, so when you say that somebody are supposed to put it in a document that this is what happened, this is why we are closing this add feature, add patient feature.
Mm-hmm.
So how will you locate? Will you be able to locate that which developer did this and
Yes.
why, what
See,
scenarios?
whenever they are doing this,
Mm-hmm.
the process is they should mention the ticket number, or those they should mention at least some reference. Based on that, we can refer that particular thing. Okay, maybe they can refer some URL, maybe they can refer some meeting discussions, date or something like that. This is a problem from the developer side. At the same time, this is a problem for the business analyst who was there at that point of time. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Yes. So that is a problem from both end, for the developer side and from the business analyst side. But whenever there is any mistakes, there is an opportunity for learnings, right?
Yes, got it. Yeah. We'll
Yes.
come to understand the scenario. Yes, that's a good point.
Yes. Yes. So that is why if there is any problem, or see, the thing is, a business analyst should be involved in almost every project. Why? Let me tell you one of my examples. See, practically with the with the depth of the project or the volume of the project, it is not possible for even for a business analyst to be involved more than 2 projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I am I'm going to push you guys, like I'm going to push you go for learn for your learning purpose. At least whenever you're starting your career as a business analyst, please get involved in more than 3 4 projects. Why? You don't need to work over there, just get involved over there. Why? You will learn lots of things. There will
Mm-hmm.
be lots of mistake in the team. Okay, new mistakes every day. There will be a new mistakes. Even nowadays I am learning some new things. Just for an example, this what is happening from for today. So this
Okay.
is new thing for me. So every day there will be new challenges. Every day there will be some new things to learn. So whenever you are going to be engaged yourself, no, I'm not telling you to work for 3 projects. No, it is practically not possible. 2 projects is more than enough. Okay. But if you involve over there, you will learn, okay, in that team, that kind of mistake they did. So I'm not going to do that in my project.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. So that is the whole basic thing regarding documentations. So documentations is very much important over there. Okay. So there are more documentations things that to be discussed. That is one of the thing is requirement traceability matrix. Okay. I'm
One.
going to share all the documents with you. Don't worry about it. So
Mm-hmm.
what is requirement traceability matrix? In short, it is called RTM, requirement traceability matrix. Okay, so what
Mm-hmm.
is the use of it? By the term you can easily judge, okay, it's tracing out the requirement, right? so
Yes.
so to be honest, it's nothing like that. But yes, whenever you have some requirement, okay,
Mm-hmm.
but how you could know, like, okay, whether this requirement or whether whatever the things that I have learned or I have gathered, this is perfect or this is aligned with the client requirement, how you are going to know that?
So we have to, if this is aligned, that is why we have these BRD and FRDs. So,
Yes, yes. So that is the thing. See, BRD is mentioned what? BRD is going to mention Rahul don't know how to cook,
mm-hmm.
right? But in requirement traceability matrix, you're going to mention like, okay, first thing, Rahul wants to learn how to cook rice. Rahul wants to learn how to cook chicken butter masala or paneer butter masala. This kind of things. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. These are the 5 or 10 requirements
Mm-hmm.
Rahul has.
Okay.
Okay. So now the thing is like, what kind of things you are going to mention in the SRS? Okay, if you want to cook chicken butter masala, what kind of ingredients you are going to need? Okay, in SRS I'm going to mention, okay, first point is ingredients. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, then the step starts. Okay, you have to buy some chickens, you have to wash them, you have to put it in the container, this kind of things.
So it's like
So
a step-by-step instructions, right?
yes, everything, every technical details is going to be mentioned over there, step by step, everything. So now in the RTM, you are going to mention everything. Okay, first was chicken butter masala, second was maybe paneer butter masala, maybe rice or something like that. So this kind of things is going to be mentioned over there, and you will verify through your client. Okay, chicken butter masala means chicken butter masala. It's nothing like, okay, it's going to be a mutton butter masala, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to I mean confirm from your client every now and then so that none of the requirement get lost.
Okay, got it.
See, the thing is, I'm telling you 3 requirements, 5 requirements, but practically there will be thousands of requirements.
Mm-hmm.
There is more than 200% chance that you are going to miss some of the requirements.
Okay.
Okay, maybe there will be. See, the thing is, I'm working with a client for long 2017, from 2017. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
developed lots of things for the client. Even now, I know that that particular client is more. I mean, their employees are not even touching those kind of functionality that they developed that point of time. Nowadays, it is just a scrap. They are not touching it right now. I
Okay.
know that. But the thing is, like, client will share lots of information. Maybe client is sharing you 100 numbers of requirement, but practically they are not going to use all the 100 requirements. They are going to use maybe 90 or 80 numbers of requirements. The other 10 or 20 numbers of requirements they are not going to touch by any means. Okay, but what is the importance over here? Importance is your company's revenue. Your
Mm-hmm.
team, if your team is going to work over there, So let's suppose your company for to develop for that particular feature, that client is not going to even touch that for so many long years, maybe 7 years, 10 years. They are not going to touch that feature. To develop that, maybe it may cost $10, but your company is going to charge them $25. So you are going to earn $15 for your company, right?
Yes.
So if you lost one of the requirement, there will be some maybe client is not going to work on that. That is a separate issue, but there will be immediate financial aspects for your company side.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why every requirement, there may be thousand numbers of requirement. Don't worry about it. We are going to deliver thousand numbers of requirement. That is not a problem. But being a business analyst, you cannot lost or you cannot left any requirement behind. Make
Okay.
sense?
Makes sense. So every
So
requirement is money for the company.
of course, every requirement is the money for your company. Okay. So whenever you are doing your documentations, there may be lots of questions in your mind, like, okay, Rahul, what kind of tools we are going to use?
Yes, I was about to ask that.
Okay. So see, whenever you're maintaining your documentations, there are lots of things you are going to put over there. So you're going to write down some paragraphs, right? So for
Yes.
that, maybe a Word file is more than enough. But sometimes you may need, okay, I'm going to put some tables over there. Even a table is more than enough. I mean, you can put a table in the Word file. That is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Next is I'm going to put a diagram over there. So what kind of diagrams? So now I'm going to refer BPMN. So in the
Yes.
BPMN, we learned lots of diagrams, like lots of charts. So we are
Yes.
going to put one of the chart over here. So from where we are going to make those charts? We are going to make those charts from Microsoft Visio is there. Lots of tools over there we have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft Visio is one of the user-friendly tool. If you want to learn, you can learn it by yourself. It is not a hardest of tools. If you invest full one day, I mean 7 to 8 hours, it
Mm-hmm.
is more than enough. You can learn
Microsoft
it by yourself. Microsoft Visio, Visio.
Visio. Okay.
Okay, so you
Mm-hmm.
can learn it by yourself. You don't need anyone over there. If you
Mm-hmm.
give 7 to 8 hours a full day, it is
Mm-hmm.
more than enough. You will be master on that. Okay, so you can learn like a diagram, how to make a diagram. So see, it is nothing like there is rocket science. You have to put some circles, you have to put some rectangles, and you have to add, you have to connect them through an arrow.
Okay. Got it.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
like a
so this
flow chart.
is like a flow chart. So if you want to put some kind of documents like this, you can do that. The
Mm-hmm.
most important thing that is coming up in terms of tools, that is whenever you are preparing any kind of documentations, like I'm giving an example of Microsoft Word, but these days whenever you're preparing any kind of documentations, you have to make them not in your local system, you have to make them in cloud.
Okay.
Why?
So I
I'm
think
asking
the
this. Yeah.
main thing is cloud. We can store a lot of things instead of like storing in the capacity is more. The cloud usage is we'll be able to access it quickly. That's what I think. Not much
just
about.
um, I'm giving you just for an example. I was working on a document that is actually a Word document. Okay, actually I am not fond of, pretty much no, I'm not fond of working in laptops. Okay, I do have my desktop over there. There I have 6 monitors attached to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at the same time I can see six different kind of working, six different kind of screens in front of my eyes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I
Mm-hmm.
was working previous week, or yes, previous week. So I was in Montana. So all of a sudden there is storm. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
power get lost. Okay,
Okay.
so now I was working on a document. It was actually a Word file, and the document get lost. It was
Oh,
a 13-page document. I was in the 10th page.
oh, okay.
But if that particular time if I'm suppose I was working in a cloud file, it will save it automatically.
Oh, okay. Got it. So
Okay.
that means I won't be losing my stuffs if I work on.
Yes, you cannot lose anything over there. So now there are lots of things you can play with it. Let's suppose I am the admin. Okay, you are a junior guy. So the
Mhm.
thing is, I'm going to give you access. You can prepare your document, but you cannot delete your document.
Okay, got it.
So this kind of things also can be done. There are
Okay.
lots of features like, okay, you are going to make your documentations, and of course there are features like, okay, you can prepare your personal documentations. There will be no one who will view those documentations, but yes, you do have facilities to view a certain group of people. Like, let's suppose I'm going to provide that access to person A, not to person B, again person C, and person D, not person E. So I can do this kind of activities. Okay. So yes, so that is why we are using the tool called SharePoint. We are using like Confluence, pages like Confluence, Drive, this kind of things. Make
So,
sense?
yeah, Confluence, I think I have worked on Confluence. It's like client provided documents which we have on Confluence. We used to use
It
that,
is
but
like a it is like a shared document profile. Like whenever you're creating any documents, it can be instantly you can share those things. You don't need to mail it to someone or something like that. It
Mhm.
can be done easily. So Confluence is one of the thing. Actually, Confluence is a product of Atlassian company. Okay.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
that particular company has a good product that is called Jira.
Yes, Jira. Yeah, the ticketing, the management tool,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We are going to have a demo project with the management tool. That tool is called Jira. It's a free of cost, so that is why we are going to provide you some of the projects. So you can provide or you can perform your demo project over there. All
Okay.
right. So that is all about your documentation tools and all. Security measures, we already discussed what kind of securities, how to maintain those securities, why we are using this kind of securities like, okay, cloud featuring and all. So this is also discussed. Regulatory compliances, okay, regulatory compliances. Okay, have you ever heard about HIPAA?
Yeah,
HIPAA.
it's related to the medical field. So,
Yes, yes, yes. And GDPR, have you ever heard about it?
no, GDPR, I'm not
Okay.
aware.
GDPR also a medical related things like
Mm.
why I involved this particular slide over here, because presently as I mentioned, I'm working in a healthcare project like that, the patient related problem I'm facing for that particular problem. So
Okay.
we have to use this kind of compliances, and whenever you're using any compliances, you can easily understand how important the documentation is. Every
Yes.
compliances, every regulations is related, every regulatory, every directives are involved with documentations,
Got
right?
it. Mm-hmm.
So this documentations is very much important because this is involved with legal terms.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not maintaining your project documentations, it may call for some legal action.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so don't go through that whenever you are in this kind of field, like whenever you are performing this kind of project, like any healthcare project, any
Mm-hmm.
insurance project, any finance related project. So these are very critical projects because there are lots of regulations, lots of compliances out there. You have to maintain those things. Of course, there if as there is challenge, you will enjoy your profession, right? So there are lots of challenges out there whenever you are in this kind of domain related projects.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why I involved this particular slide over here. All right. Documentation retention policies. So now, actually, I already discussed this particular one. Now I need some answer from you. Like we already discussed automated business process, right?
Automated business process.
In
I
the
don't.
second day, in the second day, we discussed like automated, we are making them automated business
Yes,
process.
yes, we did
Yes,
discuss. Yes.
yes. So there I discussed like if I have to maintain all the documentations like a government office do, I have to maintain some physical spaces, right?
Yes.
Yes. So the statistic says if you are maintaining a physical space, that is cost more. At the same time, there are lots of liability over there. But if you are maintaining a cloud documentations,
Mm-hmm.
there is no liability from your side because that I already discussed. Security concerns, there is no security concerns because your documentations cannot be lost. You can put lots of security effort over their security things. So retention is top level whenever you are in any kind of automated or any kind of cloud related services. Make
Okay.
sense?
So that means whatever we store in the cloud is like very secured, you mean to say. So rather than the other way in the
See,
olden
nothing
times,
is secure, to be honest. Nothing is secured. Malware is everywhere. Okay.
so
But the thing is, it is comparatively secured.
okay.
So for that, you have to purchase the higher volume or higher subscription module. Then we will get lots of secure things.
So that means the companies which you are working for right now must be
Mhm.
buying these cloud people,
Of
right?
course, of course, nothing is free.
Mm-hmm.
See, you are
So
using Google
basically,
Drive,
what
right?
do you use, right? It's AW, like what are it from Amazon or which are the like most I've read a lot about it. Like nowadays there is Snowflake and there's AWS and all.
Yeah,
So which one is the one you think which is good? Is it
see,
AWS? Mm.
nothing is good, nothing is bad. The good thing is what client says, you have to perform that thing.
Okay.
If client has the budget to purchase something from Amazon, you can blindly choose AWS.
Oh, okay. So that means it's all like from the initial point when we are
See,
getting this project, it's the whole budget will be formed according to the clients, like whatever they are
yes,
providing us. So if
how
I
much budget they have.
they so if they say that yes, we can afford to buy the AWS, then yes, you can go
Yes.
with.
See,
Okay, got it.
if your client is asking, I have unlimited amount of budget, so I would rather go for Notion rather than go for Jira, because Notion is another similar kind of a product, but it's a costlier product than Jira.
Okay.
There's another tool called Trello, okay,
Yes,
which
I
lies
think
in
I have worked
between.
on it in manual testing.
Okay, it lies in between. The cost is lies in between Jira and Notion. It lies in between that. So it's just costlier than Jira, but not costlier than Notion. Notion is one of the costlier thing.
Oh,
So my if my client is having so much budget, I would go for that.
okay.
Okay,
So
so
what do you
it's all
think?
depends on client's budget.
So, what do you think the difference is between you must have used both Jira and the Notion. So, what do you think? It's more user friendly? Is it what you're
User
looking for?
friendly is Jira.
Jira. Okay.
Jira is most user friendly. Even if you open Jira, you can start immediately. You don't
Mm,
need to learn anything. Okay, if you are not Jira administrator, that is a separate thing. Okay,
okay.
if you're a Jira administrator, then you have to learn something. But to operate Jira, you don't need to know anything. You can
Hmm.
start immediately.
Okay.
But to learn Notion, I took 7 days.
Okay.
To understand the functionality of Notion, because
Hmm.
Notion is very much complex, though it has lots of feature.
Okay.
You cannot even imagine. Okay, so I purchased a book to understand what kind of feature and Notion is having,
Hmm.
and I read the whole book. Those book was something around 2000 pages, and the end of the book it's mentioning like, okay, it's just a 50% of the feature.
Oh.
So I said, okay, that's enough. I'm not going to use Notion because it is not my cup of tea. I cannot invest my time where there is no limit to that. I should
Hmm.
have some goals to achieve. If there
Hmm.
is no goal, I'm not going to invest my time. Jira is good for me. I'm managing my projects and it's costly, not too costly. So that is fine.
Hmm. Okay.
All right. So these are the management practice that you have to do. Benefits and benefits of effective documentations. We already discussed what is the benefit, risk migration, improvement efficiency. This kind of things has to be there. Lots of legal procedures are there. Lots of things that you have to encounter to the client. Lots of things can save you in terms of documentations. So this is all about the documentations. Do you have any questions so far?
No, I am just most curious about how to make these BRD and FRD and SRS, the tools
Okay.
you're using. That's all.
Okay, don't worry about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share you, uh, of course, I'm going to share you first. I'm going to share you the recordings
Mm-hmm.
with the PDF documents of this recording. I mean this PPTs,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, I'm going to share you some documentation samples so that you can learn. Okay, what kind of things is going to be there. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the next sessions. At the same time, what I'm going to do is um, I'm going to share you a requirement. Okay,
Okay.
that is going to be your homework. We are doing where we can do this kind of practice. I'm going to share you a requirement, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to prepare those documentations for me.
Okay, sure. I'll try my best.
Of course, don't worry about it. Just keep one thing in your mind. If you are doing some mistakes, that means you will learn something.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the thing I am advising my daughter from day one whenever she is in school. So don't try to be the first girl in your class.
Okay.
If you are the first girl in your class, you will have no goal to achieve. That you will learn, okay, I am the first one, who should beat me. But if you are coming like third, then you have two persons above you, so you have some targets to achieve, right? So
Yes.
of course, if you are making some mistakes, that means there's a scope of improvement, right?
Yes.
Yes, and you will learn something new. All
Yes.
right, no problem. Just we will follow the process. This is just the beginning of the complexity. So
Mm-hmm.
day by day, you will learn something new. We will provide you some documentations. We will provide you some testimonials. At the same time, we will provide you some homework to perform.
Okay, great, Rahul.
All
That's
right. Thank you, Ramaya. Hopefully by tonight, I'm going to share the recordings and all. And hopefully by weekend, I'm going to share you some documentations.
okay. Yeah, great. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.